Hey guys, today is Monday and it is day 4 of Crocktober. So that means that we are on our 4th dish for the series. Not sure how long it's going to last. So far it's alright. At least 2 out of 3, you know, we're really good. But today we're doing steak soup. I'm going to be using my 4-quart slow cooker because that's what it calls for. And I'm getting this recipe from Southern Living Big Book of Slow Cooking. This is my favorite slow cooking book that I have. So I'll try to find it and link it down below. If I can't find it, maybe I'll just link the Southern Living website. But I'm going to also try to find this steak soup recipe and link it below for you guys too. So it's supposed to make 6 servings. And it takes about 15 minutes with hands-on time and 8 hours and 45 minutes of cooking time is what it says. So it's supposed to be a total of 9 hours. I don't know if it's going to take that long or not. We'll see. So we happen to have all the recipe ingredients except one in the house. Well, we had the other one, but it was bought for a different recipe. One of the recipe ingredients is egg noodles. We didn't pay attention to this one. You know, we didn't think about the fact we needed egg noodles for this one and another one. That's what I'm trying to say. So we didn't buy 2 bags. But you only need 2 cups of uncooked egg noodles for this recipe. So maybe I'll have enough. If not, we'll run to the Dollar General or something. So here's what we need. 2 1/4 pounds of sirloin tip roast cut into 1-inch cubes. Now, I don't know if I have 2 1/4 pounds, but I have close enough, and I'm gonna cut them up. We just happened to have gotten some sirloin tip steaks on sale back last month, back in September. We got them on sale, and we grabbed them up, and we've cooked one of them, and we still had 2. So I'm gonna cut them up and use them today. Oh, sorry, y'all are on the washing machine, just in case you didn't know. 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of coarsely ground pepper, 2 tablespoons of canola oil, but I'm not using that. I'm going to use olive oil. Maybe a little bit more than that because I'm using my iron skillet, and it's just, you know how iron skillets, they need a little bit more oil. 1 envelope, which is 1 ounce of the dry onion soup mix, 4 cups of beef broth, 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, and 2 cups of uncooked egg noodles. Seems very easy, but there is a couple of steps to it before you just dump it in. It's not a dump and go. This is one where you have to brown your meat before you put it in the pot. So I'm going to go ahead and get the meat cut up. I'm not going to show y'all that part. I'm not going to do that with y'all. I'm going to get the meat cut up and then get it into the bag, because you have to put it into a bag, and then I'll come back and show y'all the rest of it. I'm just going to put the meat in the bag, not anything else, but I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm about to get started with this part, and oh goodness, I've got my little iron skillet over here. Y'all can't really see it because this is in the way. With oil getting hot, and I'm about to put 1/4 of a cup. Jeff, does this look like an extreme amount of meat? I know it's the right poundage or whatever, but is this mostly going to be a meat meal?
Steak soup.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to get to it. Alright, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. I'm going to move this out of the way because it's in the way. Alright, so the next thing I need is 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And you don't want to overdo this because the other things, the broth and the, what is the other thing? The onion soup mix, it has a lot of salt, you know, so you don't want to put too much salt. The pepper is not such a big deal with us. If we added extra pepper, we wouldn't mind, but you're supposed to have 1/2 teaspoon. So now I'm just going to zip this up shake it up, and then I'm just going to start putting a little bit at a time. Let me move this up. A little bit at a time into my oil, and I'm going to brown it up, and then I'm going to put it straight into my pot here that I do have on low. So I'm going to show a little, let me get this shook up real quick. Okay, I will show a little bit of this process. I'm bouncing y'all around, I'm sorry. But I'm not going to show the whole entire process because this is a lot of meat. It seems like an extreme amount, but they're just lightly coated. And what do I want to use? I guess I'll use this. I always seem to gravitate towards my wooden things. But I just want them brown on all sides, and I don't want to overcrowd my pan. So I'm just going to do a little bit at a time and put them in there. Now, I'm not trying to cook this through. I'm just trying to brown it. And I might have it too high. I'm not like, you know, uh-oh. I did clean the counter, and I will be cleaning it again. But I'm just going to brown it up, put it into here, and just continue until I get all of it done. But you just, it's not that hard, this part. It's just time consuming. And it's not hard at all. It's just time consuming. Because, well, it did call for me to use a Dutch oven, but I didn't want to take my Dutch oven out because I already had this out. So, it probably would take less time if I was doing it that way. Another way you could do it is if you have an Instant Pot, you could put it on the saute setting and brown it up, and then turn it to the slow cook setting, and because you can change the temperature of the slow cooking to where it's higher or lower or whatever like that. But I'm just going to get all this browned up, and then I will bring y'all back once I get that done and all of it into the pot, because y'all don't need to see me do all of this the whole time. Okay, so I have all the meat in here browned up and everything like that done, and it did take longer because of me doing it in a smaller pan, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. So now what I need to add is the packet of onion soup mix, one whole packet of that, 4 cups of beef broth, but you guys know that I don't keep beef broth around, so I'm putting in just water. And then I'm going to put in my beef bouillon, if y'all can see that. And Donna told me about a kind that has less sodium, which I can't remember the name of it. I think it was it Knox? No, yeah, maybe, no. I don't know. If I remember, I'll try to link it or something. Anyway, you're supposed to have 1 teaspoon for every cup. This is a half teaspoon, so it's going to take me a minute. I hope I didn't just do too much. If I did, it's only a half teaspoon, but I don't think I did. Okay, and then 1 tablespoon of beef broth. Jeff went ahead and put it into a Ziploc bag because I'm not going to need the whole can. And I'm going to just freeze part of it. That's what I always do. So 1 tablespoon of that yumminess. I'll have to get one of my little silicone things out. I'll seal that up properly in a minute. I'll get all the air out. Where's my tiny, tiny ones? Teeny tiny. These things are magnificent for things like this because they're so tiny. They reach into the tiny, tiny places. And I usually would go, well, you know, I would just swish it around and stuff, but I gotta use the spoon again. Oh, I just splashed on myself. It'll be alright. Alright, now I need 1, no, that's not right. Yeah, I'm right. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. For a minute I was thinking it was 2, which would not bother me at all if it was 2 because I love this stuff. It's delicious. Alright. Now I'll swish it around, get all that yummy off of there. From the Worcestershire sauce anyways. I'm going to mix this together, stir it around, get the tomato paste stirred in there. And then I'm going to cover it and cook it for 8 hours on low. Pretty sure you could do this on high for like 4 hours maybe. I will check it periodically just to make sure that everything's going good, because I have not used this slow cooker very much. In fact, I think I've only used it maybe once or twice. But there's that part. I'm going to set me a timer, and I'll be right back because I got other things to tell y'all today. Okay, I want to show y'all this real quick, how I'm doing the tomato paste. I'm flattening it out in this freezer bag, and I'm going to get all the air out that I can, which should be pretty much all of it. But I'm flattening it out, that way whenever I want to get some of it out, it will just break off. You can also like split it like that and like have different amounts if you knew, and then you could like fold it so it's sectioned. I'm not going to worry about that because I don't care about that part, but you can. It is a good thing to do. But I'm just going to flatten it out, and I'm going to freeze it. Most likely I'll end up using it all before this month is over, but I don't remember how many tablespoons are in a can of it. Let me check. Okay, there's 10 tablespoons in a can, so that way you know that right now I have 9 tablespoons in this bag. So I'm also going to label that 9. Is it LS? I don't know right now. My brain is not working right. Paste. I know it's tomato, so that's not right. The TBLS, is that right or wrong? It's TBSP, isn't it? Whatever. I know what I mean. It's TBSP, I think, though. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, guys. I'm about to do my menu plan. I do not have the full month done. I only have 13 days done. One of them is today's meal, and yesterday, the other one is yesterday's meal that we already have ready to go. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about the cleaning checklist, which I should not have named a cleaning checklist. I should have named it something else, because there's some things on there that have nothing to do with cleaning, but that's alright. It doesn't matter. I can change it if you want me to change it to something else, like the name, and you know, it's not that difficult. But I want to go ahead and tell you what I have so far, and then I will bring this back out each time that I fill in a little bit more and share that with you guys. That way you'll know what we're having. So this week, yesterday we had the chicken tortilla soup, which we got from Kathy Newton. And y'all know by now that I did change some things about it, and that's fine. Tonight we're having the steak soup, which y'all, I'm cooking that right now. It smells delicious. It smells wonderful, but everything in my whole entire body wants to put some vegetables in it. But it does not call for vegetables. Like, I'm going to make it the way it says, but it does not call for vegetables, so I'm not going to do it. But I also wanted to say that I did find a website that already has it. There's a blog that already has it on there. Same exact recipe, and I'll share that in the description box. Tomorrow night is beef ragu with penne. I can't say the words, it seems. Then on Wednesday, I really didn't know what to call this, so I just called it Amy's Parmesan Garlic Chicken. Amy from Our Blessed Family, she is the one that gave me this recipe. So that's what I called it. I don't know what it's actually called. And she just wrote me like a comment, and I just printed out the comment. Where did it go? Oh, it's over here with these. I just printed out the comment. So, yeah, we're doing that. Parmesan garlic chicken. That's what I called it. I don't know what it's called. I should have asked her, but I like the name I gave it, okay? Alright. Then the next night is not going to be a full meal. It's rustic au gratin potatoes. So that will be a side dish. I do not want to do all of the things. I don't want them all to be like full meals. Because I want some variety, you know. The next one is sausage, red beans, and rice, which I do have a good recipe for that, but it never hurts to try another. And this is one that Jeff and Noah were like, yes, I love that stuff. Now, I'm not a huge fan of red beans and rice, but I am going to try this. And if I don't like it, I'll do something else. I messed up somehow. Oh no! I see how I messed up. This is supposed to be Fridays. Alright, let me wipe that out real quick before it dries. Oh no! So, let's back up to Thursday. I skipped one. Alright. Pappardelle Bolognese is what that one's called. Now, I could not find the Pappardelle noodles. Or Pappardelle. I spelled that wrong. I got it right now. I've never made a bolognese, or however you say it, bolognese. How do you say that? But we're gonna, you know, we're gonna try it. This is rustic au gratin potatoes. Now I'm in the right spot. Now I'm doing like I'm supposed to. Then the sausage, red beans, and rice. Okay. And then we're going to move on to the next week. I don't have the full week done. I only have up to the 13th, which is Friday. So I'm going to go ahead and do those. But I do, what we've been doing is we've been just doing a few at a time. And then what I'm going to do is whenever we do these, I'll make the grocery list. And if I feel like, okay, we're spending too much money, let's not do that recipe. We'll swap it for something we don't have to spend as much money on that week, if that makes sense. Because some of these we're definitely going to have special ingredients that we don't normally buy, or that we have run out of for whatever reason. Well, it's not for whatever reason. It's because we're not stocking up like we used to. Alright, the next one is smokehouse. It's supposed to be chicken and vegetable stew, but I'm doing pork and vegetable stew. And the reason why is because we have smoked Boston butt in the freezer, and it needs to be eaten. So we made the decision to change the protein. But it is a chicken recipe. So those of you who cannot have pork, you can do it. I'm just going to abbreviate that. You can still have this with chicken if you can have chicken. Alright, the next one is chicken tostadas, which is still a crock pot meal, but it does have some stuff that's not in the crock pot. It sounds like it's going to be fun. Now, the next one is going to be a side dish. It's cheesy scallop potatoes. Jeff is the one that picked the au gratin and the scallop potatoes. And I had, like, no issues with it because I've never made them from scratch and I wanted to try them, so. But we're having that with some sort of chicken. Probably I'm probably going to grill some thighs, or I'll either grill some thighs or some chicken breast or something. I don't know. That's all we have is thighs and breast. So that's all we could do, I guess. Alright, the next one is beef stroganoff. Now, I've made like the hamburger stroganoff. Not the hamburger, well, I've made the hamburger helper kind. But I actually have one that we really like that is made with ground beef, but this one has like other beef, and I wanted to try it, so that's what we chose. Mexican beans and vegetables with rice is the next one. I don't know how this is going to be, but it sounds good. I'm going to abbreviate that with, I write too large. Actually, I'm going to see if I can find some small ones of these. These are like wet erase markers. I used to have some wet erase, but I've used them all up. And this is shortcut ravioli. I'm pretty sure y'all could find that all over YouTube. But this one we're going to try is from one of those cookbooks. And they all sound delicious, so we're going to try them out. Let me hang this back up. But that's the meals that we have so far for October. That's what we have figured out. And we'll be going to the grocery store soon to get these things. Alright, so I'm going to show you this. I'm going to fold that so y'all can see this way. And I'm going to just turn it around like this. Y'all have already seen this. If you didn't, I will try to remember to link it again for you guys. I probably shouldn't have called it the cleaning list, though. I think I've already said that several times. But this is the way I'm going to use it. Okay, so I have 30 more days. There's 28 things on here, right? Okay, so my situation is some of these things I cannot do alone right now because of my back issues. Like, even if I could do them, it would be kind of crazy for me to try to do them. And there is another page, and there's also another page that's completely blank. Oh, I don't have it over here. It's over there. But it's completely blank. It doesn't have any of this, but it's got everything else that you can fill in of your own type of thing. So, what I'm going to do, because this has like January through December, it's got the whole year. But what I'm going to do is, this is October. This is where we're going to be. Whatever day that I do the project on, I'm going to put the number. Like today, I'm going to go ahead and descale my coffee pot because I can do that with no help. It's not a big deal. I'm just going to put some cleaner that I have for it in the coffee pot, run it through several times. I think I've shared it before, but what I'll do, because today is actually the 2nd of the month, you'll see this on the 4th, but it's actually the 2nd, I'll put a 2 in this spot. And then whichever day, whatever number, I will put in for whatever it is. I don't have my pen over here, so I'm not going to show you an example. And that way I can keep up with what date I did it, and also keep up with what I have already done. You know, honestly, some of these things, it wouldn't hurt to do them twice a month, but I'm just saying, that's what's going to happen. So that's what I'm going to do today, is descale the coffee pot, because it does need it. I haven't done it in about a month. Whenever I did it the last time, I guess Noah had never seen me do it before, and he was like, how are you going to get that stuff out? I said, I'm just going to keep running the water through, clean water, because he had never seen me put the citric acid stuff in there that descales it. But that's how I'm using this, and I was supposed to start this month, but since we were not home all day yesterday on the 1st, I didn't do any of it. But that's okay. There's only 28 tasks. Well, actually, I did do some of it this morning. Over here on the other side, it's clean emails. I did do some of my emails, but I didn't do them all yet. That's something I'm going to do a little bit of all the like the next couple of days. So whatever day I finish, that's what date I'll put on there. So I've decided with something like that, if I'm spreading it out, because I do have 3 different emails. I have one for home stuff, one for YouTube, and one for just like Bible studies and stuff. Which I know people might think is crazy, but it works well for me. But the one is always super clean, but the other 2 sometimes get a little backed up. So if something happens and something gets done that I'm spreading out over days on the same date that I'm doing something else, that's okay. I'm just going to put the same number on both of them. It won't matter. It'll be fine. But that's how I'm using this, and I want to encourage you guys, if you want to do this, go ahead and do it. It's not a challenge. The Crocktober is not a challenge. It's just something that I want to do. The Crocktober, just because I thought it would be fun, and it will be fun to try out some of these recipes, because this right here book is just full of all kinds of yummy. And so, you know, I just thought that I would do that. It will be a really good thing, and nobody objected. So this right here is just something I want to do. Last October I had started a challenge, and I was doing really well for a while, and then I just started messing up. But that's okay. I'll get it situated. We're still purging as well. I haven't really talked about that lately, but I have gotten rid of several other things. And also, if you don't watch my planner videos, you don't see whenever I do this stuff, like filling out, or whenever I decorate this. So this is one of my planners that I decorated. This is my big everything in the house. That's what this is for. House stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and descale the coffee pot, but I'm not sharing that. And I will come back whenever I start to put these in. And Donna wanted to see how I'm using these. I'll be using some today, but it was not the recipe that I had planned. And I really want to find those other ones, but I still have not found them at any store. Maybe I could try Winn-Dixie. I don't know, but you'll see how I'm going to use some of those today. 2 cups of them anyway. And I will have that video, the recipe, steak soup, linked down below for you guys, because I did find it online. So I'll be back at some point. I really just don't know when, though. Oh, I've also been doing laundry today, too, so there's that. Okay, guys, it's time to put in the noodles. So I'm going to just stir in 2 cups of egg noodles. And then in 30 minutes, it's supposed to be done. So we'll see. And I'll come back and taste it for you guys, because Jeff's not here. Okay, guys, it's done now. And this is what it looks like. And I'm going to get me some and try it with you in just a few minutes. Okay, so here's mine, and Noah has his. I don't want to turn it too much because I don't want it to fall out. But anyway, Noah has his, and I've got Jeff a work bowl, and then there's some left. I'm going to make Jeff a bowl for after he gets off work. But I'm going to taste it. It's super duper hot. I still have an urge to want vegetables in it, but it doesn't call for them. So it looks good though. It smells so good. I'm stalling because it's so hot. I'm your taste tester, so I gotta, you know, not burn myself, because so, you know, if you burn your taste buds, you can't taste, right? It tastes good. It tastes a lot like a roast with noodles. It does. It's very good. Very simple to make. Very yummy. So, I would recommend this one. So, 3 out of 4 are good. Maybe we can keep that going. Maybe all the rest of them will be good for the month. But yes, I would recommend this one. This is really good. It's yummy. I still want some vegetables, but that's just the way I am. I might do it some other time, like after this is all over, and throw some carrots, maybe some potatoes in there. Well, probably wouldn't put potatoes since I put noodles. Maybe some carrots and corn, because I don't know, I just like vegetables. But otherwise I wouldn't change anything. Maybe not change anything at all. This is good. They did show on the picture like some little cheesy, it looked like rolls, but they looked like they had cheese in them. Or maybe they were just, they kind of look like biscuits though. So I don't know, maybe they were muffin cheesy biscuits. I don't know. But this is really good. It's yummy. I know I only had one bite, but I can tell. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you did enjoy this video. I know that most of these videos have been just me cooking, but that's the way it is for this month. I'll still be sharing other things. I'm still going to be sharing grocery hauls. I'm still going to be sharing, you know, whatever, different things. But, and, you know, having a little chit chat. But it's mostly going to be cooking probably for this month. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how it's going to work out. But I hope you did enjoy this. I know I'm enjoying doing this. I'm getting some new recipes. I'm having fun with it, and that's what we need to do. Have fun in the kitchen. Get in there and throw it together and cook it up and say yum yum and eat your tummy full, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you like my channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the bell. Share with a friend if you know somebody that might be looking for some crock pot meals, slow cooker meals. I want to say Crocktober meals, but you don't have to just do this in October. You can do it all year round. In fact, in the summertime is the best time to use your crock pot because it doesn't heat up the house. Most importantly, leave me a comment down below. Are you enjoying the crock pot meals or slow cooker meals? And how are you doing? I really want to know. How are you? And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.